Well, things were off to an ominous start with a flat tire, but I got the tire aired up and headed off to the property where Ben and I last encountered a sounder of hogs. And I'm looking at a mouse out there at about 100 yards with my InfiRay AFFO AL19 thermal monocular. It's always fun to do a little wildlife observation when waiting on hogs to show up. And carpe sus, while making one of my regular scans, I was about 50 yards from the truck when I spied the hog, so I went back to the truck, grabbed my rifle. Now I'm looking for the hog again. It's somewhere up on the hill, and I noticed some movement there behind the tree, and I believe that's going to be my hog. So I need to get in a better position, which I've done here, and I can see that is indeed going to be my hog. At this point I can only recognize it. It's got the right shape. It's moving around like a hog. It's enough information to go in pursuit of it. Now, to give you some idea of the capabilities of this little thermal monocular, that fence is about 100 yards from the hog, maybe a little bit more, and I'm going to be about 150 yards from the fence, so the hog is 250 yards away or more. Of course, I don't want to be shooting at a hog that's 250 yards away on top of a hill that I can only partially see. I need to move up and get into a better position, and as I move up, the hog is still silhouetted against the night sky on the top of the hill. This is the view from my Lone Star Armory TX15 Multi Purpose Carbine Enhanced, through which I'll be shooting Hornady CX 120 grain bullets loaded by Druid Hill Armory into Starline brass, if I can manage to get a better angle on the hog. As I keep moving to get into a better position, the hog has been in continual motion as well, continuing to the west, and he's now moved downhill and is underneath an oak tree eating some of the acorns, and I'm going to try to move up to the fence over by this tree off to the right in order to take my shot. Well, the hog's still there under the tree. He's out there at about 95 yards. I have not seen him raise his head in a while, and I've lost track of him several times during the stalk. While I am confident that this is a hog, I haven't seen any diagnostic traits, and so I want to get his head up at least once before I pull the trigger on him. So I try some lip squeaking, then a quick shout, then finally I have to yell at the pig to get it to raise its head.
Woo! Hey pig! Hey pig! Hey pig!
One shot and he is done, and now my problem is finding the correct gate to get into the side pasture. And now I've done that and I'm doing my walk up on the hog. I've started at the rear end of the hog and I've circled around checking to see if it's breathing or not before coming around to the front of the hog. And I am confident that this hog is 100% dead. He turned out to be a 150-pound boar with a nice set of cutters for a hog this size.
Brass Catcher by Tactical Brass Recovery.
There isn't too much exciting I can say about the terminal performance of this shot, since the bullet entered behind and below the ear and hit bone almost immediately there in the back of the skull, transiting the back of the skull, doing bone damage along the way before exiting out the opposite side after 7 inches of overpenetration. No doubt there was enough brain damage caused by this shot to cause a neurological death.
Hey pig!
Carpe sus, my friends.